saw some brain-dead Obama-bot zombies, and no, I'm not going to hold my tongue. If you're here looking for brains, Ray, these are food shops. There's pizza and Chinese food. I don't see any brains. I think you came to the wrong block, pal. You know, we come to these events and you wonder what happens after you leave the event. And you can answer that question by after you leave in this event actually doing something. Which I would encourage you to learn a little bit about these guys called Founding Fathers. Anybody fan of Founding Fathers?
Yeah.
Alright, here's a pop quiz. Let's see if the libtards are still back there. Maybe they can answer this one. Patrick Henry said, "Give me liberty or give me..." No, he said windmills. He said, Patrick Henry said, "Give me liberty or give me..." No, he said Obamacare. You people aren't listening. It's right there in the text, and you just read it. Right there in the Constitution, all these things that these people think that they can do to us are there. How many of you are fans of modern-day slavery? How do you define slavery? I read a story today from a gentleman who wrote to the Wall Street Journal, and he calculated that 57% of his wages were confiscated from him by Leviathan at all levels. Hey, there's a sign right there. Economic slavery is slavery. You are correct, sir or madam. So, if you want to do something when you leave here tonight, let me ask you to change your mind. Change your mind. Stop arguing with liberals and your conservative buddies over whether or not a 30% tax rate is preferable to a 25% tax rate. How about abolishing the 16th Amendment and getting rid of the whole tax? Is this simple? Is this hard? Stop listening to anyone, Republican, Democrat, Independent, I don't care who they are, who says, well, we can take these little pieces of Obamacare, we can deal with those. I say, scrap the bill, right? Right? Scrap the bill's good. Patrick Henry also said in one of his less famous speeches, how many of you are familiar with this thing called the Stamp Act? Stamp Act happened in 1765 or so. The King of Britain said, well, let's just call the King Mr. Pelosi. Mr. Pelosi III said, I don't think you people are taxed enough. And we're going to pass this tax called this Stamp Act thing. And every piece of paper that comes out of the colonies must pay a tax. Well, Mr. Henry didn't like that idea, and he went to this place called the House of Purchases in Williamsburg, Virginia. Now I'm getting to the good part. This wasn't give me liberty or give me death. But Henry said of the king, he said, Caesar had his Brutus, King Charles had his Cromwell, and I say to you, Obama has his Tea Party. That's right. Folks, friends, patriots, all of you, I have been in this crowd. I have walked amongst you tonight. You're some of the most wonderful people I've ever met in my life. I have not met a racist in this crowd tonight going 3 blocks back. Turn to the man or woman next to you, shake their hand. You are in good company. We are not here to refight the Civil War. We are not here to condemn our brothers and sisters because of the color of their skin. We are here to stand for liberty. Because at the end of the day, I don't care how many votes you have in Congress, you don't have the votes to take my liberty away.
That's right.
A final exercise here, because they cut me down to 5 minutes. Thanks, Dave. Final exercise. How many people live in neighborhoods, subdivisions, developments, apartment complexes? Almost everybody, right? Oh, by the way, I want to ask the doctors if David Axelrod needs his coats back at midnight tonight. The White House needs those coats back. No, I'm kidding with you guys. These guys are great. You live in an apartment complex or a development. Let's say you have 10 neighbors, 9 neighbors, and you makes 10. If 6 of your neighbors vote to take away your Tahoe or your Suburban, is that legal?
No.
Well, then how does Congress get away with it? If someone were to tell you that there were 435 members of the Pelosi crime family, and 100 members of the Reid crime family, and 1 member of the Obama crime family, that's 536, and that they can control 310 million patriots, I tell them they were nuts! It's 300 million against 536! We got the numbers, baby! Why are we even talking about this? Time for talking is the end. Time for doing is now. That's right. You turn to your neighbors and you demand change. And you don't demand the change that these people are talking about. You demand that your public officials right here in New York, your public officials in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, New Hampshire, wherever they are, that they take an oath to defend and protect that Constitution. And if they don't take it seriously, we will enforce it on them.
There you go.
The bedrock of the Republic, ladies and gentlemen. It is the Republic. That oath means something. One final thing. How many of you went and paid your taxes today?
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I know. Why? What oath are you following? Silence. What oath are you following? Did you take an oath to pay those taxes?
No.
Did anybody ask you whether or not you should send $70,000 to Uncle Sam today? No, they just kind of told you. How come they take an oath and they violate it with every fiber of their being and every breath that they take, and you take no oath and you're supposed to uphold yours? What's wrong with this picture? Make your representatives obey that oath. It is the most important thing. And practice what I call little R republicanism. Hey, one final thing before I turn it back over to David. In 1776, in January, John Adams arrived. Everybody know John Adams is?
We're all too stupid. We're too dumb.
Right, he's Billy Crystal's buddy.
Hippie thing, it went like way over my head.
John Adams arrived in Philadelphia in January of 1776. He wrote a letter to his wife Abigail. Here's what he told her. Man, I don't know if I can do this, baby. We got 1/3 Tories, meaning Obama bots. We got 1/3 timid, meaning, what do we call those guys? Rhinos? Or Democrats? And we have 1/3 true blue. That was in January of 1776. How did that work out?
I'm like a Republican. I love this shit.
That's right. By July of 1776, we had unanimity. John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, John Hancock, James Wilson, all great men, William Patterson from right across the river here in New Jersey, all signed a document called the Declaration of Independence. Here's the final pop quiz of the night. What did that declaration declare? Independence from what? From government! It doesn't run you, you run it! We have the numbers, we have the beautiful people, and we have this tea party. So God bless you, and let's get busy. Thank you.
All right, my church, preaching the truth.